The internet is a nightmare, isn't it? Let me know when we're back. I am back. Cool. Sorry about that. Oh, this fucking chair. I'm gonna WD-40 myself into another dimension. Thanks. Sorry about that. Sorry about the Yonder Mountain string garbage connection. I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Sorry about that, gang. What were we talking about? Probably something very important. Different room angle. Is it? Oh, it's because you get more of this back here. Oh, the typos on Kale's book. Is that where I left off? Yeah, it's very glaring. It's very glaring. It was a very frustrating thing for me to read, so I stopped. But thanks to you guys, I'm going to have to start again. So, yes, the link on Patreon does not take you here. You're absolutely right, because I had to restart the stream. So I'll share it with Patreon. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, y'all. Thank you for alerting me to that. My brain can only do half a thing at a time. I am not what one might call good at most things. Edit this. All right. Save it, bitch. Save it. All right. Squeaky chairs, links. Bam. Yeah. What else is going on? What else is happening? What's happening in your lives? My life is boring. Do I have a favorite teen mom? It's probably Chelsea. In seasons 5 through like 8. That's very specific. I also, who else? I was watching, I like Jade a lot. I like Ashley a lot. I liked the Young and Pregnant Girls. I liked that spinoff. I liked Kayla. I liked Rachel. I liked all of them. But like of this cast, Chelsea for sure. What about you guys? Do you have a favorite teen mom? This is what I'm like on a date, by the way. I just talk about teen mom. Just kidding. He used to respect Kale in the early days, given her awful upbringing. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Kale. The thing is I know that I would get along really well with Kale. I just have some very, very big fundamental differences when it comes to Kale. I don't think she treats people well a lot of the time. But I also, as much as I don't think that's her fault, to like know how to handle confrontation or rocky relationships, it's also not a crutch. So like as much as like I can empathize with the way that she was raised and like the trauma that she certainly has in her childhood and the shitty relationship she has with her mom, you know, at some point you have to like do the work to stop treating people like shit. Same with Janelle. It's the same thing. You know, I can sympathize that Barb wasn't the nicest to her growing up and that she had problems and that she went through a lot of traumatic shit and she's been through a lot of abusive relationships, but she's just doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And that, as they say, is the definition of insanity. Macy, Chelsea, or Kale. Fair. I liked Macy a lot in the early seasons. I still don't mind Macy. I do think she's a functioning alcoholic, but that's not my circus, not my monkeys. For those that listen to Coffee Convos, did you see that Lindsay might have gotten married? Lindsay Chrisley got married? Interesting. I caught a little bit of LB's stream about what Chris was saying about Kale. Apparently, was it Lux that was saying that Kale slapped him? That would be Kale's 8-year-old. He's around the same age as my kids. Did you see Kale was on Just Trish? Yes, I did. They had each other on each other's podcasts. That's what I was talking about when the internet cut out. Was that there's so many videos that I want to make and I just don't have the time to do them all. So like at some point I still will sit down and do the Kale and Gypsy Rose Blanchard video. I still will sit down and do the Trish and Kale video. I still will sit down and I still have the Caitlin and Tyler video that's coming out. Like I'll get there. Okay. I will. Chelsea's the least of all evils. Yeah. Ish. I think at this point, like currently present day, probably Leah. But Chelsea minds her own business at least. Mm-hmm. She's definitely the most successful right now. Well, her and Kale probably. Early Kale was my favorite, but I know she turns into an anti-vaxxer. It makes me so sad. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that she still holds that stance, but she did at least during a critical time, during like COVID and all that. Kale gives hurt people vibes. Yeah, for sure. I think Kale's hardness is just to protect herself, but dang, girl, therapy and taking responsibility for yourself is such a power move. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Like, and all of the financial and like career success in the world, and the more children you have is not going to like fix that part of you that's like that needs fixing, you know. Like she does. She needs work to work on how to have like interpersonal relationships. Plus, Kale wanting more children still. No, that's irresponsible, in my opinion. She's got 7 children. She is a single mom of 7 children with 4 dads. I heard someone say if Kale was a black woman, everyone would be giving her the most amount of shit, and they all give her a pass because she's a white girl. And I actually kind of agree with that. I think she gets a really, really, really soft pass on the irresponsibility of bringing various men into all of these kids' lives. And it's not fixing her. I think she doesn't even necessarily want more kids. I just feel like she just likes to have babies around. And I'm like, girl, go work at a daycare. Like, we don't need another baby daddy on the roster. You know what I mean? I don't like any of the girls now. They're too old. Hey, ageist. The early seasons actually felt like real life. Yes. Yeah. Once I started making money, like hand over fist, it got unrealistic. My dream house is Chelsea's first house that she bought in South Dakota, though. Sometimes I go look at it on Zillow because I'm like, that is my dream home. I love it. It's never been the same since she moved. I don't see the love with Macy and Taylor. He said he doesn't want Jade to be like her. Yeah, I don't know. Their relationship seems like a lot of scheduling baseball and Bud Light. I think it was Lux, and also the Kale would always buy Chris's friends thing. That's why he was with her. Yeah, Chris is a piece of shit on his own, but I think people like people have said like Chris is like the only guy that's like been how to word it, like met Kale where she's at. You know what I mean? She's always pushing people around and treating her boyfriends and husbands and blah 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 like shit, and he was the only one that actually met her where she was at there. I like Chelsea most. She seems like the nicest one. Leah isn't so bad. She had her tubes removed and now she wants more kids. Yeah. For some reason, I think she said something about adopting. Okay. I mean, I don't understand how she's got the time. I know she's got nannies and all kinds of shit, but like, if you're at the point where you have to have a nanny, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a nanny, but you have so many kids and it's just you and you have to have a nanny, I think it's time to stop bringing kids into your home. Yeah, kids aren't there to fill a void. Exactly. She wants many opportunities to correct what went wrong in her child. Totally. Yeah, no, I get it. I understand like wanting to give these kids the best of everything and the most wonderful, magical, adventure-filled childhood because hers was shit. I totally get it. But 7 kids is enough. Like at that point, you're just irresponsible. I mean, even if you can afford to have that many kids, that's still so irresponsible. The difference between her twins and Isaac is like, Isaac's what, 15? And they're like 2, maybe? Almost 2? Oh, hummingbirds. Hey, I'll put out the feeder later. I mean, that's a huge age gap. And one of her biggest complaints, okay, I hear you, enough, was that she didn't want more kids with Javi, which we'll get there eventually in the series, and was also total bullshit because she didn't want this big age gap between Isaac and his youngest sibling. And like, look at it now. Her Janelle wants to be on Love Island. Yeah, she did say that. Janelle also said, did I save it somewhere? I had to have. I was going to post it, and then I was like, I'm tired today. No, it wasn't that one. My Twitter drafts are something else, I'll tell you what. I don't know. She said something to somebody like, you're jealous of my lifestyle. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? You mean neglectful parenthood? What are you talking about? I'm so glad we're getting to the Kale and Javi era because it's one of my personal favorite shows to watch. Yeah. Honestly, that's one of the eras of the show that like when I initially went back and watched it again, like as a middle-aged person, I realized how controlling Javi actually was. And even though Kale was shady as shit, Javi is a nightmare. Imagine Janelle in Love is Blind. I don't want to imagine Janelle on anything. I want to imagine Janelle working at 7-Eleven. 2 would have been enough. Yeah, for sure. Age gap between me and my youngest sibling is 21 years. Holy cow. That's crazy. I know the hummingbirds are nuts. That fucking squirrel knocked my feeder down, and now they're like, what the hell? Where's my food? Lived in Dover for years. Never saw Kale, Javi, or any of them. I was even in the same Air Force Reserve unit as Javi. No way. That's crazy. Maybe they fabricated a story. 7-Eleven pizza sounds awesome right now. Hell yeah. I'm making turkey burgers for dinner. Maybe I'll just have chips. I don't know. We'll find out. Janelle wouldn't have access to weed on Love Island, though. What would she do? Oh, no, don't worry. At the end of her book, she said she doesn't participate. Her ghostwriter said she doesn't participate in that anymore. Even though in present day, she's still trying to get a weed company off the ground. Hummingbirds are drunk with power. They know they're too fast to be stopped. How true. How true. And they're adorable. Barbara on any show. I think Janelle's karma is that Barbara is way more entertaining than she is. Has anyone in the chat ever met any of the cast? I haven't, but I was at a reunion. 2 reunions, same season. I went for 2 days. And I actually found it from my source of these videos. And I saw myself from 10 years ago. And it was jarring. Have you ever seen that video of a hummingbird snoring? No. Haven't seen a single episode of Teen Mom. Oh, well, thank you, Adam. Thanks for being here. I've got a regular old video coming soon, too. I have to film that tonight, too. I have a lot of videos to film. Summer's hard because my kids are home, you know. And as much as I can go downstairs, eat whatever you want out of the fridge, have fruit, have yogurt. Yeah, you can have that chip bag. Yeah, have a popsicle. It's still exponentially more difficult to get videos filmed than during the school year. I saw myself. Sounded like you went on a journey and talked to the smart guy on top of the mountain. Yeah, no. I saw Dr. Drew too. He was there. So were Macy and I think it was just Macy. Was it Macy and Caitlin? I think they were for some reason it was a Teen Mom 2 reunion. Imagine Kiefer and Kale together. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't think either one of them would tolerate each other for like more than 5 minutes. To be honest. Imagine Kale on Love Island. That would be cinema. She would leave pregnant. Oh my God. Truly. Have you tried the summer Alani flavors? Yes. I've tried every Alani flavor ever. This one's from yesterday and it's still on my desk. Empty as fuck. I love the sherbet swirl. That one's I'm gonna do like a ranking my favorite Alanis until they fucking send me a PR package. Dr. Drew's my sleep paralysis demon. I'm gonna make a t-shirt that says that. I keep like making merch t-shirts in my sleep. So I keep falling asleep next to my open laptop. And so if you ever see anything in my merch store that looks like questionable, I made it in my sleep. He looks cold to the touch. Oh my God, he does. That's the best description of Dr. Drew I've ever heard. That is so funny. Skinny Mr. Clean. Cold to the touch, period. Dr. Drew looks cold to the touch. Oh, thank you. That made my whole day. I had Dr. Drew's Janelle Needs to Be Controlled running through my head while reading her book, and I hated everything about that experience. Yeah, I thought about it too, because she pointed out something about I don't even remember what it was specifically that she said, but something about one of the many fellas she fell in love with being controlling, and I thought about that moment too. Dr. Drew should have stuck to safe sex advice. Yeah, Loveline could have gone on another. Loveline, we could still stand to have Loveline today. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew are still alive, pretty much. That's stay in your lane. You wouldn't have killed all those people on Celebrity Rehab. Not directly, but you know. Been pregnant the last 4 years straight and haven't been able to try an Alani. Oh my God, that's terrible. All right, when you pop that kid out, depending on what time of year it is, okay, you pop in August, which means Witch's Brew will be coming out soon. I cannot recommend enough that you go out and you get yourself a friggin' pallet of Witch's Brew. Unless it's at the same store that I shop at, in which case, get out of my way. I need it. Witch's Brew, Sherbet Swirl, Dream Float, Blue Slush. Top 4. Looks like he thaws out each morning. Yeah, he's the meat your mom told you to put on the counter while she was at work to thaw it for dinner that night. Witch's Brew is so good. It's so good. Last year, I think it was last year, Sam's Club had the big box of them, just Witch's Brew. And I bought it because I couldn't not. This year, I'll buy 2 if they exist. Okay, Ohio. I was like, wait, why are you calling me Ohio? Again, I'm not very bright. Cool. I shan't go to Ohio and try to steal the Alani. Oh my goodness. This has been lovely. I'm always very nervous to do lives because I don't do them as often as I used to. In the early days of my channel, if you've been here since the beginning, I used to do a live every Friday night. And it was fun, and we used to talk shit, and I used to get drunk because that's when I used to drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol very much anymore at all, ever. So, not going to stop me from taking a gummy, though. Found it at Aldi last year and audibly gasped in excitement. It was embarrassing. Listen, I would have understood if I was there. Angles crisp and clean as heck. Hey, that's the iMac for you. I tried an Alani the first time the other day. Couldn't get behind it. What flavor? What flavor did you try? Opinions on JoJo's Betty Davis. Oh, girl, I've got so much to say about JoJo Siwa. You're just gonna have to wait for it. You're just gonna have to wait for it. You're just gonna have to trust me. You're just gonna have to wait. Not long, but I can't let it all out here. Oh, cotton candy. I don't mind. I don't like cotton candy as a flavor in general. I don't mind the Alani version. I recommend you try it, though, like other flavors. Blue Slush, Sherbet Swirl, Witch's Brew, and whatever the other one was that I said. Dream Float. That's it. Listen, I will give you the JoJo Hot Takes video. It's coming, I promise. I have a lot to say. I have a mouthful of things to say. It's in there. You guys missed it because I didn't share it with you, but I woke up with like what was not sinus pain, but just swelling in my nose. And then it traveled all the way up here and I looked like a sloth, which is why we're doing this week instead of last week. So that was fun. And then I got my wicked sunburn. So super duper fun. You need a Shane video soon? Good. I got one of those coming up too. I got a lot of things to say. Tasted like an alcohol-based flavoring I've used in baked goods. I hate all cherry flavors of things, so I feel limited. I see. Well, the Blue Slush is a safe bet. Witch's Brew is a safe bet because it's caramel apple. And sherbet, I just wish it wasn't an Alani, honestly, because I just want to drink it like water. Excited to see a JoJo video where I'm not worried about biphobia. You ain't getting no biphobia here. I'm too bi for that. So late to the JoJo situation and forward me. There's so much biphobia. I am so tired of biphobia, to be honest with you. I have several tweets in my drafts with like, because now they're removing the B from the what are we called? The alphabet mafia. Where the B's are now being removed as well as the T's. So but to be fair, like the community itself has been removing us for years, so here we go. And whatever. It is what it is. you know. But no, totally. Like that whole week after JoJo and What's His Nuts got together, and then Billie Eilish was seen with What's His Other Nuts, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, we're losing them all." Like, okay, first of all, sexuality. Not to go too far deep into this rant, but I'm going to do it for a second. Sexuality as well as gender identity, both very fluid. Changes can change, not change is mandatory, but can change quite a bit throughout your life. I'm almost 40. I feel like I could talk about this. That shit changes through your life. Personally, the way I experience sexuality, sometimes I'm very interested in women. Sometimes I'm very interested in men. That does include trans folks. That does include non-binary folks. It's all fluid. And I think we've got a sea of people who are so obsessed with labeling themselves and other people and trying to fit other people in a box while talking about how not everybody fits into a box, that it's become like this weird dichotomy. And I think we need to just like leave people alone. I just miss when we didn't know as much about people, to be completely honest with you. It felt particularly biphobic this Pride Month. Here, here. The GL without the B or T stands for good luck. Yikes. I heard that. Wow, apparently I had things to say. Yes, I am actually live. Or am I? Or did I just predict that you were going to say that? Recorded it earlier, and now I'm playing it for the rest of you. Wearing your lesbian princess shirt at this moment. I want a lesbian princess shirt. The fuck? Oh, good news though. I got a spot of good news in this dumpster fire of things. I have officially found the Weeble. It will not focus because this is just a shitty webcam and I can't cover my face enough to make it happen. But trust, I found the Weeble. I'm acquiring quite a collection of weird little things over here, including this tiny baby. I don't know. Kayla's so greedy. She wants every man and girl. I mean, I think at the core of it, Kayla's looking for the same things that Janelle's looking for. You know, she's looking for unconditional love and acceptance. And this is how she thinks she's going to find it, I guess. Everyone begs for you to label yourself ASAP and then get mad when you were rushed and maybe didn't identify with it anymore. Yes, absolutely. And it's not to say that, like, I genuinely, and there's a video on my channel about this from back then. I really commended JoJo back then for coming out as, I mean, this, you know, I know she wasn't a Disney kid, she was a Nickelodeon kid, but like to be this huge brand, well, okay, she was a Dance Moms kid and a Nickelodeon kid, but like to be this big branded face of like kids media and to come out during, you know, a time like it's never been great to be to be queer in terms of like society. I thought that was a ballsy move and I still think it is, you know, and when this freak eventually breaks her heart, which is inevitable, that's all I'm going to say about my thoughts on them. But when that happens and it destroys her and she decides she wants to date a girl again in the future, the internet's going to turn around and do the same shit. And it's so obnoxious. Just let people fucking live. As long as they're not hurting anybody, as long as they're not hurting themselves, who fucking cares? Oh, the baby? No, I think the baby was just something that my kids had. My daughter came in with it and she was like, look, that's a baby. Okay. I don't know where half the shit in my house comes from. Does anyone think it's weird that everyone's so concerned about celebrities' labels? I say let them live and such. Whoever they're with shouldn't matter. Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of people look to celebrities for like that sort of, I don't know, I guess, it's nice to see that representation. It's nice to have someone who's popular or a big name, you know, identify in a certain way that you can identify with or whatever, or to be, you know, a nice pillar of the community. But no, we don't need to know everybody's sexuality. We don't need to know who everybody's dating. And it's the sooner we stop giving a shit about that stuff, I think the happier we'll all be, to be honest. What do you think of the Labubu craze? I have no real opinions. I'm going to make fun of them a lot in my life. I feel like I've already made a few Labubu jokes. But at my core, it doesn't bother me. I survived the Beanie Baby craze. I had a huge thing for treasure trolls. It's just high-end treasure trolls. Although my children have just become aware of them. So it's about to be my problem, I think. She was in love with a girl. She came out. Everybody needs to calm down. Super weird that a bunch of angry adults are so interested in who she's sleeping with. Well, the thing is, too, is like JoJo's her own problem, right? Like she's also very... I feel like, I think I described this to my friends as like, I feel like I'm in a throuple with the two of them because they're just jamming it down your throat, right? Like, we get it. You're a couple. So, I mean, one way or the other, by hook or by crook, you're going to find out about their relationship. But I think that, I don't know. I just think, I don't know. I think she's gone from being like self-infantilized to like, you know, he calls her Joelle, right? Like he has to. I don't know. It's all weird. Everything about the situation is weird. And I think if she still remains on the queer side of the spectrum, great. If she doesn't, great. Whatever. Like, if you spend your whole life worried about not only your labels, but the labels of other people because you view it as queer baiting or whatever, then get offline and go do something else. It's weird that one man erases the queer for some gays. It doesn't work that way. She said she was bi, then pan, which is fine. Yeah, totally. Totally. And that's the thing. That's the human experience, right? Like, that's the human experience. I can't stand men. Do you think I'm so happy when I find one that I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm attracted to you? No. But it's there. That's how I know it's not a choice. Treasure trolls unsettled you. Not me, man. Not me. They were my life. Yeah, modernized Monchichis. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, she's a menace. If JoJo Siwa makes you say something biphobic, you always were. Period. Absolutely. I saw a meme that Labubus look like the mask Jim Carrey wears in the beginning of The Grinch. I don't know The Grinch well enough to know, to be honest. I believe it, though. I hope JoJo is okay. She seems fine. One thing I'll give JoJo Siwa every time is that whenever she blows up and she's annoying everybody, she's croaking Betty Davis eyes or slamming the ground, dancing to Karma, that girl knows how to take internet hate like a pro. She's good at that. What is this? Why are you so early? I'm high already. So let's fucking go. We're almost done. We're going to be done here about 10 minutes. We're just chatting. Just chatting. Hilarious that it's the straight presenting couple that we all feel like. I'm fine with it. I'm an ally, but why do they have to be so in your face about it? How true. How true. That's so funny because I didn't even know about her girlfriend. I don't even remember her name, to be honest with you. I didn't even know anything about her until they had the big drama and falling out and break up. But they're so in your face about it. Fucking heterosexuals, man. Just kidding. There's your bi erasure for the day. Her version of Betty Davis Eyes have been stuck in my head for days. Oh my god. I gotta be honest, I hate that song in the first place. So I doubly hate it now. Just want to say, hey girl, hey. I love you and I hope you're having a good summer so far. Thank you. I'm having a good summer so far. I hope you are too. It has been a summer. My skin looks great on this camera. That is not real life. As someone with Betty Davis eyes, it's lupus. I'm sorry about your lupus. I'm sorry about your Betty Davis eyes. Yeah. That way. They're fucking looking at me. I want to rearrange this. I want to put something else here and put the poster over there and get another poster. But you can love that song. That's fine. I'm not judging you. I just don't love it myself. Could be worse. You could have Karma that that fucking Flick the Bean song. That song's terrible. Original song irritating me. Those few seconds. I know, and it's so bad because it's on it's so auto-tuned as well. It's like bad and auto-tuned. It's so hey Betty Davis eyes. I love you though. It's not personal. I'm not a homophobe. I'm just a hater. That's fair, I guess. An equal opportunity hater. What would your new poster be? I want one. They have all these art prints on Etsy of the birdcage, and that's my next purchase. I'm going on vacation though at the beginning of August. So I'm not looking to buy it just yet, but yeah, you don't want to know. You don't want to know that it's annoying. It's if you think Karma's annoying, if you think Betty Davis Eyes is annoying, that song's really annoying. Rotating My Kink is Karma. Hell yeah, that is my top 3 Chapel Roan songs. Hey, Bowser Jr. Anyone making out in public makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop them unless they're being really inappropriate and my kids are there or someone else's kids are there. But I don't know. I grew up going to the club at 13, 14, and there were people having sex in the coat room. So I don't know. I've seen my fair share of shit. Should vacate Massachusetts in the fall. I would fucking love to. I've been there once in the fall when I lived in New York City, and it's gorgeous. I would move to Massachusetts, not Boston, but I'd move to the New England area. Do you have? Yes, I do. I will put these. The first part should be up. I don't know. I'll look at it. They will be there with full chat replay and everything because most of these lives are just me talking to you because that's what I feel like lives should be. Because I don't want to sit here and wax poetic about a bunch of shit and have you guys be like, well, I was trying to add to the conversation, but nobody ever talked to me. I like sitting here and talking to you guys. So yes, to answer your question in the longest way possible, they will be up. Late to this live, I'm excited to hear about Janelle's book. Yeah, she didn't write. There's nothing about the only parts of that book that she wrote were the journal pages that were copied into it. That book was fully ghostwritten. You know why they took Dr. Drew off of reunions? I honestly am not sure. I think he stopped hosting reunions around just after the time where Brianna and Kale were getting into it and all of that nonsense. So I don't know if it was related. I don't know if he had other engagements. I don't know if they couldn't revive him back from the dead. Hard to say, but Applied for a new job. Can you use your manifest powers to help me? Hell yeah, absolutely. I got you, girl. You're gonna get it. It's already done. 20 minutes south of Boston. Close enough. Sure. As a Chicagoan, I can't live in Boston. It's like against the law. Plus, I'm poor. Heard that. The loner and the rebel at the club. Not so much. Not so much. I was the drunk one getting in fights, but my Pee Wee Herman years came later. What if they got the writers for Janelle voiceovers to ghostwrite the book? I wouldn't be surprised. The linguistics used were far above Janelle's I'm not gonna say capabilities, because I don't think she's an unintelligent person, but definitely not really in her scope of regular language. So I assume whatever pouch Dr. Drew sleeps in just got to car from set to set. Well, he was sleeping upside down from the rafters at some point, and they were like, this is just unsafe. I love laying into Dr. Drew on the reunion episodes. I still have all my Dr. Drew notes. That's another one of those videos that like I've been meaning to make forever. Manifest the unemployment office approving my claim. Just lost my job. Oh, I'm sorry you lost your job. They'll approve it. I've been there. I've done that. You got it. Don't even sweat it. And I've been fired from jobs so many times. I can't even tell you. I took it after a while as a sign that I'm not meant for the regular workforce. I'm meant to sit in my room that looks like this and make dumb content for cool people. So maybe you're on your way to your life's purpose. Wonder if the adult casting crew ever had any romances. Not that it's our business, but still. Somebody with the producer. And then I don't remember, to be honest. Obviously, like Brianna and Javi were a thing. I'm trying to think if there were any cross cast nonsense. Most people are leaving the state because it's so expensive. I live in Colorado, which was just ranked the third highest in cost of living. So super glad I moved here. As a kid, I always got Dr. Drew and the Clear Eyes commercial guy mixed up. I could see that. Ben Stein and Dr. Drew are both lifeless, soulless motherfuckers. Her book also had these ridiculous moments of, but drugs are bad, so don't do them. That felt so forced. That's what I'm saying. Like, she did not write that book. She didn't write anything in there. Like, all of her journal entries were like, I'm going to do pills. Okay. I smoked weed. I will say, the one thing I do want to say is that I'm doing a video for my second channel. If you haven't been on my second channel, it's really nothing right now, except for one video where I got high and read Amazon reviews of movies. But I have a video that I'm making that is a lot of my old Facebook statuses that are really cringy and annoying. And then I have one where I'm reacting to some old videos that are on this channel that are like no longer on this channel. And it got me thinking about my childhood journals, because as I was reading hers, I was like, oh, most of my journals actually look like this too. In the same dramatic fashion, the same way of writing, the same like change in handwriting style. Like, I was a little scared. I gotta be honest. So, my point being that maybe I will also do my childhood journals, because there are some funny ones. Like Janelle's book could have been an email. It really could have. Like, it was absolutely, it could have stood to be edited down quite a bit. It was very redundant, and Hey, Colorado. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but I'm gonna pretend. Absolutely. And that's his career right there. What? Oh, you do internal medicine? Great. Could we have you on to psychoanalyze teenagers? Corey and Nicole, who faked her stillborn, flirted for a bit. Ugh, really? That would have been an interesting match. Anyone know how Dr. Drew even got hired for the part? I read about the origins of this and I don't remember now because my brain is a sieve. But he's been like a glorified celebrity doctor forever. Honestly, it made sense at the time because I think that was around the time Loveline actually ended. If you don't know and you're too young, Loveline was was a fucking radio show that Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla used to do. It's what I used to listen to at night when I was falling asleep. Should have let Janelle write that book herself without a ghostwriter or hired a bag for instead. I'm sure it would have blown Gabby Hanna's adultolescence out of the water. Really, anything could blow Gabby Hanna's adultolescence out of the water. Miss early MySpace. Me too. I wish I could just access it. That's all I want to do. I don't even need to use it anymore. I just want to access it. Destroyed my old journals. No one needs to read that. I've thought about that because I keep a journal, like a regular journal. I don't know what a regular journal means, but I meant to say I keep a journal regularly. And I'm like, if anyone read these, like if I die and someone's reading my journals, they're going to be like, this bitch was nuts. It could have, it really could have been any. All right. They are loud as fuck. Yeah, it could have been an email. It was so redundant and boring. For how much drama Janelle was on Teen Mom, it was the most boring book I've ever read. My one compliment for Janelle was I really liked how pretty her signature was. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's something we used to do. We used to value penmanship. I don't know why I'm crying about that, but it's true. Wasn't he pervert number 2 from the mansion? No, well, Adam Carolla was, yeah. Yes, he was. Wonder what Corey's hat is up to these days. Hopefully it's been laid to rest. That thing, seen some things. Corey's all beard now. Lots of weird, problematic doctors on TV. Yeah. Yep. Dr. Drew, Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Dr. T and the women. It really was a different time back then. Oh, I'm so happy your dog's pooping. That's so nice. We love a regular pup. Yeah, as far as I the last I've heard in regards to MySpace was if you knew your login information or the URL specifically, you could access your MySpace. Otherwise, gonzo. Oh my God. Our flashback to water bras. Holy shit. Thank you. You just gave me a flashback to water bras. Good gravy. Will I be doing like a rewatch video? Yes, there is. It's up for Patreon and channel members right now. And it will go up tomorrow night for everybody else. So that's the next one. And I'm going to film. Do you guys like the 2 first? Let me know. Let me know right now in the chat. You like the 2 first? Yes or no? Because I like either one. It doesn't matter to me. The 2 first just take a little bit longer to edit. And obviously they're more time consuming when you sit down and watch them. But if you like the 2 first, I will do the episodes 11 and 12 together. Okay. All right. Okay. 2 for, oh, okay. Yes. Okay. It's an overwhelming yes in the chat for the 2 first. Okay. I will do a 2 for episodes 11 and 12. So that's the last 2 episodes of season 3. And then obviously the reunion will also likely be a twofer. I think it's a 2-part reunion. It helps when I'm rocking the baby to sleep so I don't have to click to a new episode. Okay, cool. AOL chat rooms, yikes. I loved AOL chat rooms, okay? I thrived there, okay? I was trying to cyber with everybody, and I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. The longer the video, the happier I am. Okay, cool. Will I get feathers in my hair for the season finale? Probably not. I was considering, I wanted to do on my second channel. I have all these things here on my desk that I want to do for my second channel. I was thinking of doing an embroidery hair wrap while I do something else that I have planned. So that's about as close as I can get. Get off of me. Get off of me. Catfishing a lot of strangers. Yes, yes. I was ASLing my way up and down Lake Michigan, I swear to God. How far into Teen Mom 2 do you plan to rewatch? I'm going to watch the whole thing. We're going to watch all of it until it turns into Teen Mom the next chapter. So I think once my kids go back to school, which is in mid-August, I want to, I'm going to start doing like tandem Teen Mom 2 and Teen Mom OG from the beginning. So that when we do converge to Teen Mom the next chapter, it makes more sense. And then you don't have to like forget everything you remembered from Teen Mom 2. And we'll be getting them all at once. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, but it'll be more feasible once my kids are in school again. Omega. Omega was a little, and I don't want to say like after my time, but like after the time where I never participated in Omega. I know a lot of people who did, and they saw a lot of dicks. We had party lines when I was a kid. I had a friend who was always calling party lines, trying to hook up with random guys. We were like 12, 13 maybe. AOL free trial CDs. Hell yeah. I used to steal them all the time. And when I worked at Blockbuster, and we were like at the end of that, because they had like Juno for a while, and then they had the AOL discs, and I used to take them all the time. The internet was expensive then. It was basically just jacking up your phone bill because it was dial-up. My favorite season of Teen Mom 2, like season 6-ish. It's the season, like, I don't know why. It's like the season where like Chelsea meets Cole. Leah's in a pretty serious drug addiction. I think it's like Janelle and Nathan are together. And then I think it's just before like Kale and Javi get divorced. So it's like my favorite season. I don't know why. I can't explain why. I don't know. Yes, lots of content coming. It sometimes takes me a while to get it all out. I'm a one-man band, okay? I'm a single parent. I run my own damn household, and I do this. So it's a lot. I'm trying, though. Never seen OG. Okay, cool. That'll be fun. Oh, Farrah's Rhapsody. That's an old, I don't think it's still up on this channel, but I watched that years ago when it first came out, when Deb's OG first came out. Man, I need to make a whole dedicated Deb video because she's nuts. Yes, Deb's OG, exactly. Blockbuster. I miss it. I miss Blockbuster terribly. I really do. I worked there for like a total of like 5 years. And it's to this day, outside of this, my favorite job I've ever had. It was so much fun. Netflix is when you had to order discs in the mail. Yep, sure did. And a lot of people think that Netflix is what put Blockbuster out of business, and that's not necessarily true. Blockbuster had a lot of money. There's some insider information for you. Blockbuster owed a lot of money to the Weinsteins, to Dimension, Miramax, all of that. Which is why in like the last few years of the life of Blockbuster, it was they had a lot of like Miramax exclusives or Dimension exclusives. Is because they had such close ties with the Weinsteins, and they owed them a fuck ton of money, and then the Weinsteins sank them. So if you needed another reason to hate Harvey Weinstein, it's because he tanked Blockbuster. Late as usual. Did we already cover why Dawn is a piece of shit? We did when we talked about Leah's book, but TLDR, Dawn was a really bad parent. She locked Leah in a room and essentially forced her to have sex with a boy at 13. She essentially told Leah that if she lost the kids to Corey, that she would disown her. There's just a whole spectrum of terrible where Dawn is concerned. Oh, I'm going to shit talk the shit out of David. Okay. Oh, you just wait. Oh, I love it when someone, I don't love it, but I love it. I don't love it when it happens. I love it when I get to talk about it, when someone is objectively a terrible person who does terrible things, because then I feel no remorse talking about them in a bad light. And David is one of those people, for sure. Did all the rehabbers go to a Malibu facility? Yeah, it had one of the, like, it was the place to go for the longest. You know, if you had to be into that rehab life, that's where you went, to Malibu. Oh, okay, street racing. Neat. You could do a video ranking the parents of the teen moms. I could. That's a great idea, and I like that a lot. I miss the Netflix disc that I had for the Wii when it wasn't just auto-installed on every TV. Yes, the Weinsteins remain the worst. Which partner of Janelle's is the worst, or it basically has to be David? Yeah, I think it's David for sure. Because David also affected the kids and murdered a dog. I wish my kid was in year-round school. Yeah, we're enjoying the summer, but you know, by the end of this month, once we come back from vacation, they're pretty much back to school. So it's like the summer's gone by really fast. What the fuck's going on out there now? Jesus, I'm gonna have to tend to those hummingbirds before they start breaking my windows and shit. There's a line in Janelle's book where she talked about buying a jacket for Jace, letting Kaiser wear it, then being excited for Ensley to wear it, and that felt symbolic. Yeah. The longest running truth that people hold about Janelle is her disdain for her son Kaiser. And she doesn't really do anything to disprove that. Why did she do that? Are we talking about Dawn? It sounds like Dawn had Leah at like 16 as well. And it sounded like she was like being buddy with her basically. And she almost like as her mother even almost peer pressured her into doing it. It's pretty fucked up. If you're in the Patreon or channel memberships, there's a free link to the book if you want to read it yourself. Or you can, on Patreon, you can just like opt in for like a singular post. So like if you don't want to pay like a monthly fee to do the book club or whatever, you don't have to. there's a teen mom you're interested in and you want to read their book, the book is free through my Patreon, which is absolutely unethical, but it is what it is. I'm trying to like cut corners for you guys in any way that I can. So, I mean, I think I don't remember if it's $3 or $5. I did whatever the minimum Patreon would let me do. So you can just buy that one post and then you can have the access to the book for free. So if you're into that, you can do that. Being close to your age, are you thankful as I am? We grew up when we did. The amount of awful, drunk, and horrible videos and photos that would remain in the net today when I was a teen. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. For a myriad of reasons, but yeah, for that in particular. No iPhone maps. Somehow we just made it. Yeah, no kidding. Like, what the fuck? How we all had some kind of sense of direction? Because I wasn't a map user. I map quested when it became available, but like, hypothetical. Oh, what? I wanted to do an Amber hypothetical conversation. It's in my things to be fleshed out list. Head over when you're done. Cool. Yeah, I mean, like, I try not to. I don't want to like nickel and dime you guys on stuff because like money is hard for everybody, especially right now. And yes, while this is my job, I also don't want to like try to squeeze every cent out of you that I possibly can. Like, that's not ever going to be my goal here. And I want to make things as accessible as possible, which is also why we do these publicly, because some of you don't want to or can't fit that in the budget, and we can still talk about it here for free. Bring your camera on a night out. Old. I'm sure I still have digital cameras somewhere with all kinds of crazy shit on them. I love an Amber hypothetical conversation. I know. I want to. I think I have like half of it fleshed out. I just got to flesh out the rest of it. From the clips you showed of Dawn, it seemed like she cared more about Leah filling traditional roles than about her future. Yeah, that's kind of how Leah describes it too. Is like her family seemed to be more about get pregnant, get married, have a family. Everything else doesn't matter. So, So broke 20-year-old who loves your content. I really appreciate the $1 Patreon tier. Good. I'm glad. I feel weird charging people money, to be completely honest with you. It's weird. It's weird. And it's not that like I don't put in work to make content or, I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. I am not Shane Dawson, and thank God for that. Thank God for that. My alpacas feel the same way. You must do it on a couch. Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah. Oh, go develop that film. I actually had one that I had developed, and there were some interesting photos in there. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out, watching my content. Thank you. Oh, thanks, King. You guys are nice. You guys are so nice. I don't deserve you. Thank you. I will keep making Teen Mom content. I will keep making regular content. I'll keep just being a weirdo. I have about, let me count them. If you haven't experienced my second channel yet, I'm really excited about my second channel. Even though I have so many things to do on this channel, I am really excited about my second channel because it's all like the dumb fuckery stuff that I want to do here that doesn't play well here because people come here for like a specific reason. Like that's typically how it goes on a YouTube channel, I guess. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. 6 videos that I'm planning on making, some of which I'm going to make tonight for my second channel. So if you're not subscribed over there, you should be. That's payment enough for me. Show up to my second channel. Well, once it came out of my mouth, I couldn't not say it. Like 6 videos. You think Kale was addicted to being pregnant and that's why she had so many kids? Or do you think it was to get the girl? I think Kale said in an interview that it wasn't to get a girl, but I don't know. I think it 100% was both. I think it was, I think those things worked in tandem. When can we expect our next Teen Mom Fix? It's up on Patreon right now and channel memberships right now. It'll be up publicly tomorrow night. This is my favorite corner of the internet, second channel too. It's some extra laughs, which is so very needed right now. Yeah, thank you. That's a nice thing to say. Honestly, like I have a big mouth. I like the way Drew Alfualo said it. I have a big ass and a mouth to match. And I have a lot of things. I have a lot of opinions. I have a lot of things to say. I am an outspoken motherfucker, but I am also trying to find the balance in literally just giving the people who like to be here an escape from the horrors of reality too. So, you know, if I can provide that, then that's something, I suppose. What is the second channel? It's Fat Sajak After Dark or Fatter Sajak. You can find it. It's linked in my, like the about section of my channel. I'll put the link in the description of this video when we're done here. And then it'll be clickable. I will, every time I make a video there, I will advertise it on this channel too. So I won't let you miss it. What's your hot take on what happened with Leah and Jalen? I think they didn't get into it, but maybe they didn't on the show. No, whatever happened with, well, I know he like bought their house and didn't put her name on the deed. So there was that. There was a lot of suspicion that he was hooking up with some guy, I believe. And ultimately they both were like, I don't want to talk about it. So they didn't. He seemed to have ulterior motives for a lot of the time, in my opinion. There are times you must fight and times you need to recharge so you can fight later. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I will always be here advocating for what I feel is right, sharing resources when I can, and yelling on other platforms for sure. But most of the time I want to be a place where you guys can have a little bit of respite from that while still remaining socially aware and active. I think he used Leah too. Yeah, I think he was a gold digger for sure. And this is why we stay single. Yeah. Yes, go enjoy your dinner. I'm actually going to get out of here as well because we have been here for like a hot minute. We've been here for like an hour and a half if you smash both videos together. Since Brianna sent Kayla treadmill and she let shampoo on fire. To be honest, that's totally fair. It did get boring for a long time. I like Jade. Bria's okay. She's just very messy. If she wasn't as messy, I would enjoy her more. I think she's a great mom. I think she's a really, really good mom. And she's a good friend. She's been a good friend to Jade specifically. Yeah. All right, cool. So if you are on Patreon or in the channel membies, you have access to the next episode of the Teen Mom 2 rewatch, and that's up for you right now. Second channel is Fatter Sajak, or you can find it Fat Sajak After Dark. It doesn't usually come up when you search it. It is in every description of my videos and in the information part of my bio on my YouTube page. Wow, I sounded like a boomer just then. That was gross. Yeah, so the new episode of the Teen Mom Rewatch will be up tomorrow publicly, and then there's going to be a smattering of other shit this week, including the twofer of the last 2 episodes of the season. And yeah, that's it, I think. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting. We're reading Kale's book for next month, so if you're into that, if you want to read Kale's book, come check out the Patreon or the channel memberships. On Patreon, you can just buy the one if you're just into reading Kale's book. I went over this already. You heard it. If you didn't hear it, go back and watch it again. All right. That's all. I'm going to go eat food. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for a premiere. Good day, sir. I said good day.